Okay, anyway, just wrapped up a piece that went a little long and mentioned in a piece a while back that from the autumn of '98 to the autumn of 2001, a lot of dominoes. When it rains, it pours. A lot of shit hit the fan and all. I was supposed to graduate from one of the Claremont colleges in the autumn of '98. Went to Venezuela. Hugo Chavez was running for a office down there at the time. Came back early, enrolled in classes, had some family problems, and it cost as much to go to the school I was going to as Harvard. About $40,000 a year. That counts tuition, books, lodging, etc. I have some family that's pretty right wing, pretty hardcore Republican, and in retrospect, I wonder if a lot of the conflict I got in is I picked a ecology, environmental studies to go into, and they just refused. It's beyond refused. They refused to, my dad, at the end, to support me in anything that was left of center. And he had been a union guy his whole life, and he had Clinton Gore pins inside his little workshop over here, straight ahead right there. But I'll say it straight out. I think he tries to kiss ass of my aunts and uncles, who are definitely not Democrats, and unabashed about it. We'd gone to a renewal of vows of one of my aunts and uncles, and just fucking weird shit. We were at the country club, and strange kind of fucking developments over there and all. During the latter part of '98, just a bunch of eerie shit from that time all the way until the Twin Towers fell and all. Personally, and then once the Twin Towers fell, hey man, everyone was going through weird shit because war on terror and all. But I'd mentioned that I was supposed to graduate, and then I'm over here playing electric guitar because I'm bored, and my dad attacks me, and I defend myself. And then I'm doing everything I can just to get out of his life. I was supposed to be here a couple years tops. Eventually he calls mental health on me, let's say a month or two after that, in January of '99. And then I stayed there only for the minimum 72-hour hold. And I seemed to lose a lot of social support, obviously from my dad. And the next month, I got jailed for trying to get my truck out of impound, paid for it to get out of impound. It was downgrade. Cops accused me of being on drugs. Wasn't on drugs. I was in jail for 9 days without a lawyer, so I fasted. And once again, they sent me to mental health from jail, and I escaped it. And pled no contest to that charge, and didn't get convicted of being on drugs, obviously. You can check my record on that. And I'm what's called a tweener in life. A tweener. I look Anglo. This is going to be black and white, but I have a Spanish name. Last name's Corona. And in jail, you have to choose. You have to tell people that you're white or Mexican or black or Asian. And as far as the Hispanic part goes, it's three different camps really. Paisanos are south of the border, and Southsiders are over here. That's most of them. Once in a while, you get some called Northsider. That's North California. And I don't get along with anyone. And I was in 5 different fights in jail in 5 days, and they make me out to be a troublemaker. But the reality is, there's always someone that I'm not white enough for or Hispanic enough for in jail. So they put me in something called the hole. Like I said, insult to injury. And so I go through this. I wind up working at a pool supply place when I get out. I do well over there. And I have a 401k that I could cash in from a warehouse I was working at. And right around it's not technically the millennium, but right around the time 2000 come around, 2001, I understand it's technically the millennium. Right around 2000 come, I quit the pool place and planned to go back to Cal State San Bernardino. And I was getting the runaround, seemed like, from the school, Pittsburgh College. My advisor wasn't getting back to me, and eventually I became irate, sent emails, and they were conditional, equivocal, not immediate. Just real vague kind of stuff, and not even directly sent. And over the course of months, my advisor approved through the person that's now dean of faculty, said, hey, as long as, taking the anthropology class, and, I'll get his write-off at least. So I take anthropology at Cal State San Bernardino, and I get an A. Then I get a job, and I'm thinking I need to take one more class. Eventually, there's this class in Ontario that's changed from an incomplete to an F to a B. So that's why I'm going to graduate. It's planned at least. But so this irate threat was made in January of 2000. And right after the anthropology class, I get this job at Ryder. And Ryder owns, I think, Whirlpool. It's a appliance place, right? And I'm on the job one day, then I get arrested, for this terrorist threat thing. And I didn't know who by or what. And this professor, it turned out, took the stand against me in Pomona Municipal Court. He lied on the stand, said I threatened him with a knife, told my public defender, I said, hey, I never did that. Where'd he get this information, The guy on the stand said he called me in jail. You can't receive calls in jail. So, anyway, in between the autumn of 98 and the autumn of 2001, I was arrested twice, 3 times if you count violating probation. I was in mental health 4 times, including the time that I was in jail and they sent me there. I talked to Secret Service 4 times. And then no incidents, no crazy incidents, until this argument that I got in with my dad, where he's, threatening, I'm going to take away your inheritance, you could graduate, but you're not going to, have anything from me, and he's trying to cut me off and everything. So, I'd say 98% of my life, if not more, has been decent shit. I've been a happy-go-lucky person most of my life. Have good work reviews. Been involved in social justice kind of stuff. And I plan on working in the environmental field. Clean air, clean water. And I'm trying to leave a lot of shit behind. And what I gotta do is leave the people behind that are only remembering and focusing on certain things. And I can take the advice he gave me. He said to get negative people and nags out of your life, and that's what he's become. So that's that. And I can't wait for this gunk to end. And it looks like sooner than later, as far as me being off this place. I'm gonna try to move to Cal State San Bernardino. Maybe rent a room nearby or some other place. And work a couple jobs and written a few novels at scrib.com/Hummer Cocktail. So, I shot for the stars, try to become an author. Some of the stuff is mentioned in introductions and all, the forwards to some of the books. But, no, pragmatism's here. So, thanks for listening, and you guys have a good time. I'm going to keep recording music. I'm going to try to forget the worst of it, maybe a little, I don't know about suppression, but when I'm finally out there, in the field, I don't need to remember this, just got to stay away from the people that remind me of it is all. And I've been shocked that, it's happened to me in my life, but I don't plan to be delinquent, I'll tell you that. Party on.